Now repeat after me. Bugger off. Bugger off. Sod. Sod. Bloody. Bloody. Now put them all together. Bugger off, you bloody sod. Bugger off, you bloody sod. Okay, you're in.
Let's smash things up.
Been around a few years now, you think we might have changed. Maybe we sound better or worse, but ways are still the same. We're trying to search for answers about some things we might have missed. We're trying to find what we think is right, this was the fucking past. So look deep into our eyes, you will see what we despise. Raise your voices, raise your bed. We're still here and we're still bad. Not in it for the money, it's for something that's inside of every single one of us that cannot be denied. Not in it for the fashion, cause that'll fade away. Not in it for the critics, cause we don't care what you say. So look deep into our eyes, you will see what we despise. Raise your voices, raise your bed. We're still here and we're still bad. So just like from the get, you refuse to use the brain. Still bad. All the drugs and get the fucks of that name. Still bad. All the tough guys who call their macho shit. Still bad. All the redneck fucking dumbass in your heads. Still bad. Those in power who deny us our rights. Still bad. All the cowards who are afraid to stand and fight. Still bad. All the fashion folks are not good enough for you. Still bad. All the Nazis, yeah, we're fucking better than you. We're still bad. We're still bad. We're still bad. We're still best, we're still best, we're still best. Yes.
Thanks to Pissed for writing that beautiful fucking song about staying angry that I used in the little intro I made there. Hi, folks. Welcome to episode 3 of the Cantankerous commentary. I am, of course, Michael Conde, aka Chalador, soon to be Bill Conde, as I'll be changing my legal name to get everything matched up historically. I figure there's enough people gargling history as it is, you know, I may as well set the record straight. Of course, I got my dad's blessing while I was down in Belize to do that, and he gave me the thumbs up on that and a lot of other things, which, you know, man, things are going really good, and that's kind of I wanted to say something from the heart today, and to say it's hard to stay angry. Things are really turning around, it feels like, and my life is getting a lot better. I've got a lot of really awesome projects on the horizon. My whole fucking life, people have been telling me that anger and hatred is a poison and it's going to eat me up inside, and that I should let go of it and, you know, turn the other cheek, all that fucking shit. And honestly, I've had kind of a hard time swallowing that particular pill because, like, ain't nobody ever done anything fucking nice for me, you know. Honestly, the situation is that I went through some really adverse situations, and some bad people did some bad shit to me, and because of that, I have a really hard time trusting people and empathizing with people and not just automatically assuming the worst about people. So I treat people accordingly, which is why a lot of people think I'm an asshole. So I am self-aware enough to acknowledge that, yeah, it's a part of my attitude as much as it is a part of their attitude. I've still got every fucking right to be angry over all the fuckers that have lied to me and hurt me and stolen from me. You know, I've got every right to be angry at the redneck sons of bitches that fucking tortured and raped me when I was a kid. I've got every right to be angry with the fascists that are fucking like making life difficult for a lot of people that I care about. You know, I'm pretty insulated with all of my wealth and privilege that I got going on for me. You know, I'm comfortably middle class now, but this shit still affects me through the people that I love and care about, and communities that mean a lot to me, my friends. So, yeah, I've got a lot of good reasons to be angry, but as far as my personal life goes right now, holy shit, it's just fucking dynamite, man. I mean, you know, my wife is doing great at work. I just met my biological father. I just got back from a vacation in Belize. I'm making this documentary. I'm pursuing all these new entrepreneurial projects, starting to lose weight and feeling healthier. You know, honestly, the path seems pretty obvious at this point. I'm gonna work for my dad. I'm gonna move his products, and you know, as far as the dealing with my anger and my hatred, and you know, my anger and hatred has given me a lot of strength. I've actually drawn a lot of power and a lot of tenacity from those feelings of resentment, you know, and that thirst for revenge, you know, and I feel that has been an ally of mine on my journey, you know. It's like some Dark Lord of the Sith shit, man. It's crazy. But my dad had something to say about it, and I had every reason to listen to him. I mean, why the hell wouldn't I? So here's what he had to say on it. If I'm selling, I should be selling something that is beautiful and right and fucking and natural and healthy. And also something that pisses off the fucking straights and squares, because, you know, I've always enjoyed that.
Good shit, you know?
How about you? What do you think, Dad?
I don't want to do something just to piss somebody off. I get people pissed off enough without trying.
I know, you don't even have to try.
No. So I don't know why you would want to try to piss people off. You know.
Because they pissed me off.
No,
it's a bad cycle.
You can't hand a blanket on people, man.
I know.
But, you know,
It's the paradox of tolerance. The only ones I don't tolerate are the intolerant. I have no tolerance for intolerance.
yeah, okay. Never say never.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those. Some of those things are just things that you said because they come into your fucking head. But you really,
I got some anger issues, man.
the purpose of doing this is not to settle anger issues. You can't really brand people. You can't You can't brand evil. And if you go after evil, if you do it the favor of it, and you get down with it, and you do it the favor of fighting against it blow for blow, you get entangled in the hatred, and there's no way that you can win. You can't, you can't want to box with the devil, man. Leave the devil alone. Leave him do, like they say in this one song from the 60s, they say God and the devil. Well, I'm sure it must be. Well, why should I bother them? They don't bother me. So, don't fuck with the devil, Invest, make energetic progress towards the light. See, and don't get entangled. You get entangled in hatred and shit, man. I'm learning to untangle myself, man.
He's right. He's talking from the heart, He's 76 years old. He ain't got shit to lose at this point anyway, man. And I got every reason to believe him. I got no reason not to. So, maybe it is time for what I am going to call the new Clairvoyance. The new Clairvoyance is two very big projects that I am going to be working on over the next few years. One of them is going to be a publishing company, and the other is going to be a distribution company. I am going to publish the story of my father and myself and everything that has happened. I'm going to make like a documentary or perhaps a series of some kind. I'm currently looking to communicate with anybody who might be a professional in that field that would like to offer their help or some direction. I mean, right now I'm just on my own out here. I got Keegan helping me out, but you know, I'm looking at some internet classes on filmmaking and that kind of thing. But honestly, if anybody out there is a film student or some kind of pro that wants to chip in on this project and help me make a documentary, please contact me, let me know. So, few things about Belize and about my trip down there. I really want to save as much as I can for the documentary. However, I am going to give you guys a little bit of footage just to kind of give you an idea of what kind of stuff is going to be in the documentary and what I'm working on. I did two really good interviews with my dad, one of them at his kitchen table and the other while he was just relaxing in his hammock. And I also did like a few other really quick interviews with him when we were on the move and that kind of thing. Plus I got a ton of shots of the architecture and just the scenery down there in Belize. And I saw things down there that are unlike anything I have ever seen in my entire life, especially the architecture. Just like, take a look at some of this, it's ridiculous. So we had a lot of fun in Belize. We had some really amazing food. I'm gonna be putting a lot of that in the documentary. I saw some crazy shit down there. I'm gonna put as much of the really cool stuff in the documentary as I can. So definitely look for that. My plan is to do a Kickstarter for the documentary. So be looking out for that and be ready to chip in a few bucks for the Kickstarter documentary. You'll have varying levels if you want the physical media, T-shirts, stuff like that. We're going to do the whole thing. I'm still in the planning stages of that, but it's probably coming up here within the next few months or so. So again, keep an eye out for the next video update, the new YouTube channel, and we're gonna take off with the new Clairvoyance. And it's going to be awesome. I hope as many of you and as many others want to come in for this. When I was down there in Belize, it was really kind of a life-changing experience for me. It really helped me. I haven't had a lot of time to myself for a while, so getting away from everything and going literally over to the other side of the planet, it really gave me some perspective, gave me some time to think, a lot's happened since I've got back too, and life gets kind of crazy and chaotic, but I'm really looking forward to the next project, the next two big projects actually that I'm going to be working on, and that is the documentary and distributing these hemp-based products that my dad has been making. And it's a weird thing, just seeing the way people live down there. It's a third world country, but it seems like it's on the cusp. They're getting electricity and water and stuff like that out in my dad's village. But man, my dad's village is out in the middle of nowhere. It is a long bus ride to get out to where that is. But yeah, Chinook Village in Belize is where the great Bill Conde is currently residing, and he's making a good, comfortable living for himself, distributing some skincare products and some protein powders, some good hemp-based products. And I am going to be distributing those products here in the United States. And again, also I'm going to be working on that documentary. And things are just going great for me. This is, again, what I've decided is the new clairvoyance. That I was trying to think about some of the nicer things that people have ever said about me, or you know, some of the gifts that I seem to have that I should feel thankful for, and you know, just counting my blessings here, basically. And I've been told by more than one person that I'm clairvoyant or prophetic, or that I have an ability to see things beyond what most people see. And that's really, since my teenage years, that's always been a part of my philosophy, is that this world is so full of illusions and all these false covers on everything, that you have to train yourself to look beyond the surface. You have to look underneath. Instead of looking at something, you have to look into it. And when you do that, you see the profound truths that are inside, because the truths that are worth finding are the ones that are hidden, that you have to really dig deep for. You got to do your fucking homework. You have to check your sources. You have to make sure that what you're looking at isn't junk. And then you find the truth. It's hard work to get there, because there are so many out there whose work is to create propaganda and to paint over the whole world with their illusions and their bullshit. So you gotta train yourself to look into it instead of at it. And that's when all kinds of new things are revealed. And that's a part of this new clairvoyance, this new step in this self-discovery of mine, is to focus more on using that gift, to focus less on all of these fucking anger issues and all this bullshit in my past that has been weighing me down. So this could very well be the last episode of Cantankerous Commentary. I'm actually, I'm going to be starting a new YouTube channel. I'm getting a new email address. I'm changing my last name, all that stuff. It's a good time for new beginnings. There's a good chance I'll keep the show going. I probably will. This is a good way for me to blow off some steam, honestly. So stay tuned. There is probably, very well going to be a Cantankerous Commentary episode 4, especially if this gets really popular. If I get lots of views, lots of likes, then sure, I'll make an episode 4. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see an episode 4, because what I'm doing from here is for one thing, my dad's products and anything to do with him is probably not going to have a hell of a lot to do with Cantankerous Commentary, because God bless the old guy. He has reached a stage in his life where he is forgiving people, and he's very understanding of why people do the things that they do, and he has become very okay with it. And I'm sure I'll be there myself someday. I'm not right now. I was talking to him about Sheriff Burright, and I could still see it, that he was still kind of resentful and angry about what Sheriff Burright was doing. But at the same time, when I asked him, if he had anything that he wanted to say to Sheriff Burright, he was very gentle and very kind and said, you know what, I don't remember specifically what he said, honestly, but he wasn't angry about it. He wasn't, he was certainly a lot more cool-headed about it than I would have been. That's for damn sure. I'm still pissed off about it, but I need to let go of that shit and get some work done, because there's a lot of good projects that I can be using my talents for, and there is a lot that my gifts can be put towards to making my life better, to making life better for my family, for everyone around me, and perhaps even for this whole world. I will give you a link to the new YouTube channel when I create that. It should be within the next month or so. That channel is going to be devoted to my documentary and also to the distribution of my dad's hemp-based products. Thank you so much for watching episode 3 of Cantankerous Commentary, and I will keep everyone posted as to the new Clairvoyance and episode 4.